Hi, I'm David Landon, an archaeologist at the University of Massachusetts, Boston. I'm here on Burial Hill in downtown Plymouth with a crew of students from UMass Boston and a bunch of other schools across the United States. We're in the process of doing an archaeological project. Archaeologists are kind of explorers of the past. So we actually try and seek places where people lived in the past, which are called archaeological sites, and we try and find the trash that they left behind to understand something about the daily life in the past. We're actually here looking for the original Pilgrim settlement in downtown Plymouth. That settlement included a fort, all of the people's houses, their gardens, and their animals, all of which were surrounded by a fence called a palisade. People have had a hard time figuring out exactly where the settlement was located because it's in the downtown of current Plymouth. Since the town has continued to grow on top of the settlement, as archaeologists, we have to try and find places in the town where little bits of the old settlement are actually preserved underneath the modern town. Our most common archaeological tool is the trowel. We use the trowel to scrape dirt into dustpans and then take that dirt into screens. The screens actually catch all of the small artifacts. An artifact is anything that was made or used by a person in the past. We also find what are called features on archaeological sites, which are part of a site where someone has built something, like a post or a fireplace. Archaeologists are always interested in the artifacts that we discover, but a lot of times we're also interested in the way the artifacts are patterned together in the ground. So we look for clusters of artifacts. Part of the reason that we know we found parts of the original Pilgrim settlement is because we found very early artifacts that date to the time period. And we've also found stains in the ground that represent posts for the buildings that they once built on this site. Sometimes things that look like junk are actually recognizable to archaeologists as artifacts, like this broken piece of a bottleneck. We can tell from the way it was made that this was a bottle that was used by the Pilgrims in their settlement. In our excavation, we have found native pottery mixed in with English pottery. This shows the trade that was going on between the Wampanoag and the colonists. One of our most important finds last summer was a calf buried in a pit on our archaeological site. This was interesting because we know the calf must have come with the Pilgrim colonists, because native Wampanoag people did not have domestic cattle. We've been working on this project for several years already, and we're going to continue working for several years more, trying to learn more about the Pilgrim settlement and the native community that preceded it in the lead up to the 400th anniversary in 2020. We hope to take a lot of the artifacts that we found and put them on display so that people can come to Plymouth and learn about the discoveries that we've made. Thank you all for visiting our archaeological excavation on Burial Hill. I want to encourage you to get out and explore the history of your own community. There are mysteries of history to be discovered everywhere.